So let's discuss about the solar. And then the second part, we will discuss about the pitch. And at the end, I want to give you a few tips. It's not that I'm an expert in cold calling, but I know a few tricks that I'll be happy to share with you. And by the end of this training, I want you to start. We have the phone numbers. As far as I understand, you got the CRM technical part set. So let's get it going. Solar has three main benefits. Benefit number one, it's high return on investment, meaning that on average, you will see around the 10 to the 12% return on investment. What does that mean? On every $100 that you will invest today, you will generate steady cash flow of $10 to $12 every year. That's meaning that after 8 years, you will pay off the investment. And from now on, it's going to be not free money, but it's going to be pure cash flow. Okay? 10 to 12% return on investment with no risk. It's a great, tremendous investment in the United States. And I would say overall around the world. Everybody will kill for a 10% return on investment with no risk. So that's the most significant one. When we're talking about return on investment, there is no cash deals here in solar. People don't have $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 to invest in a new solar panels on the roof. So what we're doing, and that's the secret ingredient here, we are using credit score financing. We are using two main companies, one called Sunlight and the other one called LoanPal. What's good about these companies, that if the homeowner, one of the homeowners, or a co-signer of the homeowner has a credit score of more than 640, we can qualify them to a $70,000 loan. If they have a credit score of more than 700, we can qualify them for a loan of up to $100,000. It's unique, it's crazy, and it's amazing. The interest rates, very, very low. They can go as low as 1.49% interest rate. And it's crazy as well. Just to give you a comparison, to qualify for a mortgage here in America, for a mortgage of $150,000 to $200,000, underwriting time, meaning to process this loan, take between 1 to 2 months. With the credit score solar financing, it's 2 minutes. The interest on the mortgage here or car loans, it's around 3 to the 5%. With the solar financing, 1.49% interest. It's like nothing else. It's absolutely unique. So that's as an overview about the economics of the solar. The second point, so once we have the loan for the solar, the terms up to 20 years, the interest rate is very low. We can show on average net savings. For example, if the electric bill of the homeowner is going to be $200, we can qualify them for a loan that the loan going to be only $150. So with zero money down, you don't have to pay any money up front. You will pay a fixed amount of $150 back into the Finance Solar government loan, and your electric bill of $200, will be minimized close to zero. So you're going to save every month $50 with zero money down. It's amazing. You don't have to do anything, and we're saving you $600 to $700 a month. Okay, so far? I want you to nod at least. If you have questions, ask me. Okay, every time that I'm doing a pause, ask me, because I want to see that everybody are on the same page. So any questions so far?
I just put in a link to a definition of US credit scores. I know it's kind of unique. I don't know which countries really have them, right?
Great point, Chloe. Let's talk about credit score metrics in the US. This metric, it's a range of score between 350 to 850. The higher the grade, meaning the better is the payments history and credit of the homeowner. If he pay on time all his bills, the credit score, meaning in the test of credit, is going up. If he's late on his payments, then his credit going down. So we can, I would say that 640 going to be approximately the average credit score here in America. So we can lend to the people with good credit history, not the crappy ones. Okay? You can never know what's going to be the credit of the homeowner till we run a social security number. What does that mean? Here in the US, each citizen has an ID that once you log into that, you can see the credit history. That's from the lender perspective. All we can do is to ask what is your credit score? And then they will tell you 500, 700, 800, it's very bad. They will never say it's going to be 300, 400. It's going to say it's not good. So then you're going to ask, what about your spouse? What about the co-signer, sister, brother, so on and so forth. Okay, so that's credit score metrics in America.
I think to drive your points that you just made a little further, maybe Leo and I can role play where I'm maybe a confused homeowner and you can re-explain to me, Leo, what you were saying about. So if I'm a homeowner on the phone and Leo's trying to sell me on this solar idea, I can maybe would ask him, what do you mean return on investment of 10%? Can you answer that to me a little more simple? What does that mean every month for me? Is my bill going to be zero in electricity? Am I going to pay somewhere else? Okay, I like to save money, but I don't understand what that means.
Okay. When I am telling you the return on investment, it's if you're going to have a client that is going to pay cash, or a more sophisticated client that want to see overall if it's a good investment. Most of the people, they don't know the return on what is a return on investment and the percentages, but you're smart people, so I want you to have the whole picture, as much information. So Chloe is right. When it's come to the money, you will ask them as part of the spiel, what is your monthly payment? On average, if the monthly payment is, let's go back to the example, it's at $200, we will save 20 to 25% net from that. So again, if the monthly payment for the electricity $200 will qualify you for a solar government loan with a fixed price of $150, so you can save the gap. 200 minus 150, it's $50 net savings with zero money down. This is the simple concept for a homeowner to understand. The payment back to the solar loan is fixed for 20 years. It's not going to go up.
Thanks.
While electricity prices, very important, while electricity prices here in Florida going up 7 to 10%. What does that mean? The bill that is today $200, next year going to be $220, and the year after it's going to be $240. It means that in a decade, in 10 years, the same bill of $200 will go to $400. And you, Mr. Homeowner, you're gonna have a fixed monthly payment of $150 only. So you will save much more money over time. Okay, so let's continue with the benefits. We have options. We have 5, 10, 15, and 20, but we want to show the highest net savings. And the longer the term, the lower gonna be the monthly payment. If I'm gonna show 5 years, then the monthly payment gonna be $400. You will finish that in 5 years. But people here in America, they don't think, okay, so I can pay it off quickly, and that's gonna be better for me. I'm gonna pay less interest. No, they want to see positive cash flow every month, and they're fine stretching the finance for 20 years rather than finish the payments in 5 years and done. Benefit number 2. So first, the money is the single most important thing. Benefit number 2, it's independency. What do I mean? Here we have only one electric company. It's a monopoly. There is nowhere else to go. There is no, it's not that we have a different banks to shop around. There is only one. The electric company as a monopoly is increasing the prices over time, 7 to 10%. And the only way to disconnect from them, it's via solar panels. And now come the reasoning that when you speak with a homeowner, why he buy a house. Okay, so we have two options, right? We can rent a house or we can buy a house. And the same thing we can do with our electricity. We can rent electricity from the electric company, or we can own our own energy system. What does that mean? One, when you rent, you're paying to someone else just to live. When you own the house, you're paying for yourself, you're paying interest for the bank, but you make payments to yourself, gaining more equity in the house. So after 20 years that you pay it off, you live in your own house with no mortgage payments. Second, as we said, no more price increase. You own your system. While everybody else gonna keep paying more and more and more and more, you're gonna have a fixed monthly payment. This independency for Americans, taking control of their life, it's very, very important for them. Americans, on average, they like minimum government and minimum control of the government on their life, or monopolies. They want to own and take control of their life. So we have the feelings part, and we have the money, which is the price increase. No more price increase from the electric company, be dependent on someone else. So that's the second benefit of independency. And you can compare that on the phone, like the same thing that I did with you. Why did you decide to own a house? And then they will give you the benefits. So then ask them, why not doing the same with your electricity? It's the same financial reasoning that they said, aha, that's a good point. So that's the second benefit. The third benefit, and the least important, I would say approximately to 10 to 15% of the people as a whole, is that solar, it's a green, renewable energy. It's not polluting, and it's helping the environment. For you to know as a vision where the US want to go, it's that in the next few years, most of the people gonna drive an electric car, like Tesla that we have here, that will be more affordable, half the price, and it will be charged from the solar panels they have on the roof. So they won't need gas stations anymore. You will have a plug in your house that will plug into your car, and it will all going to be generated from the solar panels that you have on the roof. Okay, you can write it down if the client, because if you're going to have a good conversation, to generate the car every month, you need 300 kilowatts on average, which is approximately 8 panels more on the roof. And that's it. No more gas stations, Mr. Homeowner. Okay, so that's going to be a tremendous shift in the energy market in the US. Any questions about the three benefits? Money, independency, and green. Okay, we got through the benefits. Did I sell you so far, or I need to sell you more? Why it's good? Now let's go to the technicalities. I'm gonna do a small drawing for you. Okay, you cannot communicate that over the phone, but for you, I want you to be knowledgeable so you can explain it better. The sun hit the solar panel, and that's creating direct current.
Got it?
To every panel, we have a micro inverter.
Okay.
The micro inverter, it's a small device that transfer DC into AC. So DC, it's direct current, and AC, it's alternative current. What generates our house, it's AC energy. During the day, Mr. Homeowner, the solar panels will generate your house. Whatever you have left will go through the meter, which is a clock on the side of the wall of the electric company. This clock calculate how much kilowatts the homeowner consume. Okay, so the way they get a bill on the clock, they see the beginning of the month and how much was consumed at the end of the month. The gap multiplied by the kilowatt dollar amount, it's the bill that they will get by the end of the month to pay. When you're having a solar panels during the day, the solar will generate energy in your house. Whatever extra will go via your meter and will be sent to the electric company during the day as credit. We call it the solar credit bank account. On every 1 kilowatt you will generate during the day, you will get 1 kilowatt in return during the night. Meaning that the electric company is going to serve only as storage, not as an energy provider anymore. The system of 1 kilowatt during the day for storage, you will get 1 kilowatt in return at night, called net metering system. Very, very important. This is the heart of the billing cycle in solar. And this solar credit bank account works on an annual basis from beginning of January till the end of December. What we're doing when we're sending the solar expert, never a salesman on the phone, is an expert, is specialist, is the most knowledgeable guy, okay? Never a salesman. He's an energy advisor, all right? But not sales. There is no sales. Never use the word sales. Never use the word free. Nothing is free here in America. So the net metering system, it's an annual base credit system, meaning we're taking the last 12 months bill and we see what is the average monthly consumption. The winter and the summer, they fluctuate. In the summer, it's super hot here in Florida. They're using the air condition much more, and that's consume a lot more energy. On the winter time, when the weather is nicer, we're using the AC less, so the consumption is lower as well. So the way that the net metering system is working, on the winter, the homeowner will produce more than he consumes. So on the summer times, he will have enough credit to cover the extra consumption the homeowner gonna have. So at the end of the year, he's gonna have a sum zero game between winter and summer. And he won't have to pay to the electric company anymore. The only payment that will be left, it's $8 to $10 storage fee to the electric company. And that's it. If the homeowner will ask you, but I want to be fully independent, I want to have batteries, okay? Today, we have only solar Tesla batteries. You need to buy 2 big Tesla batteries that are very expensive. They cost around $20,000. It doesn't make any financial sense. Thank you for the face, Trevor. It doesn't make any financial sense because the payment for the storage for the electricity, it's only $8 to $10 a month. So no economic sense over there. About the batteries, there is no fully independency from the electric company. One, it's because of money. And the second, the regulation here that the homeowner cannot fully disconnect from the electric company, even if he wants to. Okay, the fixed monthly payment, the fixed storage payment of $8 to $10 will stay. Okay, so that's for batteries. The second one is going to be for hurricanes. There's not many hurricanes here in Central Florida, but it's a fear. It will come in the discussion if they ask. And you will say that we are complying with Miami-Dade code, that this is the area with the highest amount of hurricanes. We are strapping the panels, the solar panels, tight into your roof so they can hold 180 miles an hour of strong wind. The only way the solar panel's gonna fly, it's if your roof is flying as well. Okay?
That's not a joke.
Yes, it works every time. Systems up to 12 kilowatt, there is no extra premium. There is no extra premium in the home insurance. If it's a big system, more than 12 kilowatts, there is a small premium of around $20 more. But I can tell you from the clients that we did big projects for them, because we have a good insurance agent, what we did is that we managed to lower down their quote even after the big solar project. Okay, so overall, tell them, no, your premium will not go up. It's included in your current home insurance price. We will help you with the advisory with your home insurance. We will help you.
Okay.
We have an insurance agent in staff. But for you to know, your premium will not go up. And in most cases, with our help, your premium will go down after that. So the winter extra production covered the summer extra consumption. The consumption in the summer is much higher than the winter because in the summer that is very hot, the air condition works a lot more. Let's say in the winter, I consume 50 kilowatt and I produce 100 kilowatt. meaning that I have extra of 50 kilowatt in the solar bank account, correct? In the winter, consumption is low. The temperatures are moderate. The air condition is not working.
100%.
But we still have sun because it's Florida. It's a tropical temperature. So we have sun year round. So let's assume that in the winter, the solar system produces 100 kilowatt year round. In the winter, the homeowner consumes only 50, meaning that we have a net credit of 50 kilowatt, correct? And let's say in the summer, the homeowner consumes 150. And he keeps producing 100, meaning he's going to be in a deficit now of 50. The winter extra will cover the deficit of the summer. To the solar panels, we are installing monitoring system. So once we connect all the solar panels to the meter via the microinverters, as we spoke, we will download an app that you can see, Mr. Homeowner, every hour, every day, how much kilowatt your solar panels produce. So you can have control about your system as well. So as we said, there is no batteries because it's too expensive. It's too expensive, but for you to know, you need 2 Tesla batteries to store the whole energy for a house. As we said, it doesn't make any economic sense. Tesla solar batteries, 2 of them cost $20,000 in order to save only $8 storage fee.
Thank you.
When we are doing an agreement, never say the word contract, agreement, paperwork, okay? When we're doing an agreement, we are specifying how much production the solar system will produce a month. We cannot control consumption. The homeowner can have a pool next year. He can have a Tesla car next year. He can double the AC. He can add another unit to his second floor, for example. Okay?
Okay.
A grandma is moving in and the AC works 24/7 on a very low temperature. I don't know. I cannot control consumption.
Okay.
Okay? I can only guarantee production.
Okay.
So if consumption going higher, the homeowner can say, look, Leo, but you told me that I'm going to have a zero bill. How come I keep paying $100? So that's why on the agreement, I write down what is going to be the production that I can control on the monitoring system. I cannot control the consumption of the homeowner. Life change. Okay? So for your question, I can only monitor production, not consumption.
No problem.
The consumption he will see on his electric bill at the end of the month.
Got it.
And in this case, if he's having, let's say, a new pool, it's time to add a few more solar panels to meet the new consumption needs.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions about how the solar system technically works? So that's the technical stuff. And we went through storage, hurricane, and batteries. That's going to be the 3 main technical things that can rise up as a question that you should be knowledgeable about. Now, let's talk about the financing. So the way we want to basically structure the whole speech, okay? That we want to structure a need, okay? We want to which is why solar is great, why doing it now? Okay, that's going to be the first. The second thing is going to be the problem. So what is the problem in solar? In doing that, it's money. People don't have $30,000, $40,000 to invest in a solar system. And that's where come the big solution, which is the solar government finance program. So let's talk about the characteristics of the financing. The first, zero money down. Crucial. You don't have to put any money up front. The solar expert will come and see you, analyze your bill, we'll fit you a system. We're gonna do an agreement and we're just gonna shake hands. You're not gonna have any payment up front. And we, who are you? They will ask you. Okay, so let's go, who are you? Before we'll go to the financing. No, let's do the financing and then who are you? So you don't have to pay me anything up front. We are a qualified government contractor. Okay, very important. They ask you, who are you? I'm a qualified government contractor. If they will ask you how you got my phone number, you were on the county database from the list of pre-qualified homeowners to the solar government program. Right, Rafael?
Yes, sir.
Good. So me as a qualified government contractor, I qualify homeowners to the federal solar government program. That if you qualify, this is a golden word, if you qualify with zero money down, we can fully finance the whole solar investment. So character number 2, as we said, the term can go up to 20 years. Very low interest rate, can go as low as 1.49% interest.
Rafael? Yes.
There is no prepayment penalty.
I just wanted to ask, like, could you repeat again in case they ask, like, where do you get my number?
You were on the county database of pre-qualified homeowners to the federal solar government program.
Say that one more time. I'm going to type it in here in the chat. You were on the database of
You're on the county database of pre-qualified homeowners to the solar government program.
Very important. For the solar government program. Okay, so now everyone has that in the chat.
Thank you. Thank you.
Get it?
He can't really, he sent an email. He sent this shipping thing.
Okay, but this linear fit, look as well.
Hey, Jamal.
Okay. So let's continue with the finance. So up to 20 years, low interest rate, 1.49% interest, no prepayment penalty. You can close, meaning that you can close the financing as soon as possible with no fees, with no extra fees. Very, very important thing. What makes this solar federal program, meaning here in the US, the main government gonna be federal. Then there is 50 states, 50 or 51, Chloe? You were in mute. 50 states. Okay. Florida, Texas, California, la la la. So each state has its own jurisdiction, and then each state divided into counties. We're gonna concentrate in Florida in 4 counties. Write it down. It's Lake, Polk, Osceola, and Orange. Okay, so 4 counties. In each county, we have towns, cities, and villages.
Sorry, are you able to repeat the 4 counties, please?
Yes. We have the federal government that sit in Washington, D.C. Okay, that's the US President, the Congress, and the Senate. Then we have states, Florida, Texas, California, New York, different states. We have 50 states in the US. So we are concentrating in the state of Florida. The state of Florida has many counties, regions. We have Miami-Dade County, and we have Tampa Bay County, and we have Orlando County, okay, Orange. Okay, we're concentrating in 4 counties, 4 regions. Polk, Lake, Osceola, and Orange.
I just put that in the chat along with a screenshot of where we're targeting. So that's if you open that up, it's Google Maps. So I just highlighted Central Florida. You can get an idea where it is compared to Miami. That's where our office is, but we're talking about servicing this Orlando region between the red lines.
Yes. Okay, so in the break, I want you to Google, I want you to write down Lake County, Polk County, and you're gonna see the region. It will be very, very clear. Okay, and I want you to start to understand the geography.
That's perfect.
Okay, so back to our message. You were on the county database of pre-qualified homeowners to the federal solar program, federal or government. Now, that's main point. What makes the solar a federal program is that the federal government give 26% tax credit on the investment. What does that mean? Let's say that the solar investment is $50,000, okay? The homeowner will get 26% out of $50,000 equals to $13,000, meaning that the total investment is 50, but you will get a tax credit of $13,000. Once you're gonna use the tax credit, meaning that the net investment gonna be only 37. It's not gonna be 50. The way the federal government subsidize this investment, it's via tax credit, mean that you're gonna pay less taxes at the end of the year to the IRS. The IRS here, it's the tax bureau here in America that collect the taxes. For example, let's say that my taxes that I have to pay by the end of the year is $15,000. I will pay 15 minus the 13 federal tax credit. I'm gonna pay only 2. And with this $13,000, I'm gonna put it back into the solar loan, minimize the monthly payment. Understand? This is a crucial point.
Yeah, that's very clever. It's very much a selling point because that is a huge return right there.
Yes.
So irrespective of the loan size, so there are, just give me a second. I just want to make sure that I have this. So if it's 50,000, 70,000, up to 100,000, will it always be 26% of that amount?
Yes.
All right.
If the investment is 100,000, the tax credit going to be 26,000. Correct. It's a percentage from total investment.
Always, yeah. So it doesn't fluctuate based on the loan amount. And that is a selling point that you pay back into your loan, which reduces your outstanding balance. That's gold. Yeah.
Correct. It's not a check from the government. There is no check in the mail. It's lowering down your taxes. This tax credit can be used up to 5 years. For example, let's say that the tax credit is 13 and I'm paying taxes this year only 5. I'm going to use the first 5 this year, and the next year I'm going to use another 5, and the year after I'm going to use another 3 till I reach the limit of $13,000. For homeowners that say, I'm retired, I'm not paying taxes, I'm paying very low, you can tell them, no problem, Mr. Homeowner. We can put on the invoice, we can put your son, we can put your daughter, we can put whoever you want that will get this tax credit and help you with the loan payments. Okay, so this tax credit is transferable to whoever you want.
Wow. And what is the process for that?
Good. There is a tax form. I think it's 59. Doesn't matter now. You know what? I'm gonna give you the number so you can sound knowledgeable. Solar tax credit form. 5695. Okay, IRS form 5695.
And how they can they download it from Google?
They can download it from Google. They can download it from Google, and they attach it to their taxes at the end of the year. Here in America, each individual file its taxes by himself, with the CPA or with the software. So he can attach the invoice along with the tax form and get the tax credit.
That's great. It's very similar to South Africa. We call it SARS, South African Revenue Services. We do ours annually, and if there's any rebates that we want or tax benefits that we like to apply for, we then submit the various forms for that. So that's great. Yeah, we're comfortable with that.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So that's the federal tax credit. It's crucial. And we're going to play on that. If you qualify to the solar finance program, you'll get 26%.
Beautiful.
Even if you pay cash, he will get it. But in order to create an urgency, we'll talk about it soon, about urgencies, and then we'll talk about rejections, okay? Urgencies and rejections. So we can have more meeting.
So just on the 13,000, I just want to speak to the years that you made mention of. So there's the incentive of the 26% return on 50,000.
Federal tax credit, not return, federal tax credit.
Yeah, let me just make that note here. Federal tax credits, yeah. Federal tax credits. So yeah, that's very important. So it's a federal tax credit that's there. So you can take that credit and set it off against any taxes that you owe. So if you owe 26,000 in tax, you can say take the credit of 13,000 and I'm only going to pay 13,000. If I have credit of 10,000, I can take the 13,000 as 10,000 that I'm left with, 3,000. can the 26%, let's make it 13,000 or 50,000 loan? Leo, you mentioned up to 5 years. So can you take a percentage of that federal tax credit and then pay towards your loan over 5 years using the credit?
Highly recommended to the homeowner
Okay.
to pay it off.
Okay.
And I like to tell them, don't go to vacation in South Africa. Go pay back the loan for the solar for a lower monthly payment.
For lower installments. Okay, that's great. Yeah, we're making note of that. Don't go on holiday to South Africa. Okay, perfect.
No, go to South Africa for vacation, just not from the tax credit that you get from the
Not from the
solar.
tax credit, absolutely. Yes, we need to boost our economy. Thank you. It's a win-win situation. All right, perfect. Perfect. So then next year, so this year I've been paying for a year. I apply now for my federal tax credit. I qualify for my 26% this year. The
6%, and it can serve you up to 5 years.
say that again, please.
So the tax credit, let's go back to the original example. Let's say you get a tax credit, $13,000, okay?
Yeah.
And this year you pay taxes only 5, okay? So you will not gonna pay this year 5, and you're gonna still have 8, right? 13 minus the 5 that you got in tax credit, so you still have 8 in the tax credit account. You can use it for the next year.
Okay. All right. So
Okay,
every
so let's
year,
say the next year, I need to pay $8,000. Now I can use the solar tax credit again because I have another 8 the year after.
okay.
Till I reach $13,000 in total tax credits.
So it's in total.
Good. It's not just for the next year. You can use it for the next 5 years till you reach $13,000 in credits.
Yeah, because you're not going to get the 26% return every year.
The 26% is one time.
One time.
You're doing solar investment only one time, $50,000. You get only one time tax credit, $13,000. You can
100%.
redeem that
Over 5 years.
everything this year. But if you don't have $13,000 in taxes, let's say only 5, you can redeem 5 this year. You can redeem another 5 the year after, and you can redeem another 3 the year after that.
That's crystal clear, Leo. Thank you. Perfect.
Yes. So it's accumulated till it reach the target of the $13,000.
All right, got it.
Good. Solar, it's not easy. I wouldn't say it's not a nuclear science, but there is a lot of technicalities and rules and numbers. So everything is fine. That's why I am verifying understanding. It's very good that you're asking me questions. These concepts are not, okay, boom. Okay, I want you to be knowledgeable and understand all the concepts.
Yeah, no, perfect.
Good.
Any questions on that, guys? I think it fell into nice perspective. Yeah, let's go.
So that 13,000,
Yes.
is that a fixed amount depending on the loan?
It's 26% of the loan. The 13,000 is just an example of 50,000. So if the customer qualified for 100,000, it's 26% of 100,000 once off and can be redeemed over 5 years and can be offset against the loan. I mean, against either the tax that they need to pay or they pay it towards their outstanding loan to reduce the installments or term. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. We 100%. Nice one. All right.
Now, let's talk about urgencies. Why do I need to do it now? let me think about it. I need to speak with my wife. Call me next week. Okay, I'm going to vacation next month. Okay? And that's the heart of sales. It's to urge people to take action now and not waiting. These are the main urgencies why you should take action now. Okay? One, the solar finance program is about to over. There won't be 1.49% interest anymore. It's about to over. We're in the last 5% of government money that can be allocated in your neighborhood. If it's not going to be you, it's going to be your neighbor. And I want you to listen very clear to what I'm saying. That's called the sucker feeling. If it's not going to be you, it's going to be your neighbor. He will qualify for the solar government program, and then you going to pay his federal tax credit. You know how you're going to pay that? Via rising electric prices.
Yeah.
So you have two choices, Mr. Homeowner. Act now, and your neighbors will subsidize your system, or think about it with your grandma, the solar expert,
Yeah.
and you're gonna subsidize your neighbors.
Cool.
Did you understand this point?
I just want to speak about the 5%. I know it's an objective. I know it's a pitch. I just want to talk more about that. So the solar finance program is about to end or over, and there's only 5% of the funding left at 1.49% into this over 20 years. If you're not going to grab this now, customer, your neighbor's going to grab it, and you're going to be paying for his tax rebates.
And you're gonna pay his tax rebates.
100%. All right, you guys
You're
got
gonna
that?
pay.
All right, cool. We're very comfortable.
Good. Urgency number one. Urgency number two. The federal tax credit is about to over. As you know, Mr. Homeowner, because of the corona, the federal government spent a lot of money on the stimulus checks. They want to finish the tax credits. There is not much money left in the account. Take advantage of it today. It will be over very, very soon. Without the federal tax credit, there is no positive cash flow doing solar.
All right. So just to repeat that, why now? Point number two, the federal tax.
Point number two, the federal tax credit. We said urgency number one, it's on the financing that will be over. The urgency number two, it's the subsidy, the tax credit from the federal government. It's about to over.
Yeah.
There is no subsidy. If you call me next week, there is no subsidy from the federal government anymore. No need to call me. Okay?
Yeah. All right.
Every answer from the homeowner that it's yes, it's you didn't convince me. I need to think about it. I will call you back. Sounds very promising, but I need to speak with my wife. You're amazing. We had such a great connection. I promise to call you back in an hour. Nobody's calling you back. Zero.
Yeah.
Nobody. If there is no meeting on the spot that you convince me, take my phone number, take my address, and let's meet tomorrow 6 p.m., it's a no. In 1 minute after this conversation is over, I don't even remember you. That's the real answer.
Okay,
Okay?
that's fair.
So I need to speak with my wife. So we'll talk about this. Okay, write down is a rejection. I need to speak with my wife or I need to speak with my husband. Okay? So you can talk about that on the rejections side. So urgency, we have the financing. It's about to over. The federal tax credit is about to over because the federal government doesn't have all the money to pay. It took so much debt because of the corona. It has to minimize the tax credits. Urgency number 3, it's on the net metering system. Remember that we spoke about the solar credit?
Yeah.
Your electric company is now convincing the politicians to stop net metering system. They're losing too much money from homeowners because more and more homeowners moving solar.
Yeah.
They want to stop the bleeding. So they're convincing the politicians to stop net metering system, and this law will pass in the county very soon. Take advantage of it today, and you will be, it's called grandfather law, meaning if you do it today, nobody can cancel it in the future. If you do it now, it will be grandfathered to you for the rest of your life, net metering system. Before it's gonna be too late, and there is no net metering credit system.
Okay.
Okay? So these are the 3 urgencies. I will add another urgency, the last one. And it's gonna be a promotion that if we will do the meeting today or tomorrow, okay, more than 24 hours meeting, it's a no. I'm giving you that up front. Every meeting that you schedule next week, there is no meeting. Every meeting, I would say up to 48 hours, if it's more than 48 hours, there is no meeting. Why? If I'm gonna tell to each one of you, look, 0 money down, you're gonna save every month $100, meaning that in the next 20 years, with price increase, you will save $100,000 with no money down. Would you gonna tell me I need to think about it? My grandma is in the hospital, I need to visit her. Let's schedule for next week. Or you're gonna say, Grandma, I'm coming tomorrow. I have an amazing opportunity of saving $100,000 for the next 20 years with 0 money down. I'll see you tomorrow, Grandma. Right? Would you visit the grandma today and lose the opportunity? Or you're gonna tell Grandma, let's meet tomorrow. I'm gonna make a lot of money.
I think grandma's waiting.
Good. So when you hear the grandma, the doctor, the emergency, it's meaning you didn't convince me that it's a great opportunity. It's a lie. All these excuses, it's lies. There is no grandma, there is no hospital, there is no emergency, there is no doctor. I'm sorry, 99% there is no. It's a complete lie. Okay?
So
There is, yes, it's a great opportunity, and there is excuses why I just don't want to tell you that it's not appealing, that you didn't convince me, that I don't think it's a great investment. I'm not going to say it into her face because I'm nice. So I'm going to say it's a grandma, an emergency, and a doctor.
Yeah.
Okay?
So, yeah,
when you hear emergency, you didn't convince me. Grandma, you didn't convince me. I need to speak with my wife, you didn't convince me. You think I need to speak with my wife to make $100,000 with zero money down on a great investment, I'm going to tell my wife, my lovely wife, I just found such a great opportunity. You have to sit down for an hour with me. We're going to make a lot of money, right? So I need to speak with my wife. Maybe she won't agree that we're going to make $100,000 for the next 20 years with no money down. I need to speak with her first. Right? Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Thank you. Good.
So on that, Leo.
Yes.
So this is definitely based on past experience that anything over 48 hours. So if we look at those 4 counties that we're going to be focused on and just the type of customer that they are, have we found that based on experience that type of customer is very open, very afraid to immediate conversations? Because that's what we're going to push for. That's going to be our selling point. We're going to work it hard. We're going to push for anything up to 24. I mean, it's almost non-negotiable because it's too good to be true. It's too good to turn down. It's too good to, so that's going to be our driver. But based on experience, have you found that it's widely accepted that
Yes.
there is availability for immediate conversations?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. None of you will reject a meeting once you understand the economic potential. I will move all my schedule. If there is going to be someone here coming into my door and say zero money down, you're going to save $100,000 for the next 20 years, guaranteed. I will going to say even to you, let's stop the meeting. I have another meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, I have a meeting.
A question on at the marketing. Is there any marketing campaigns that's coming from government or from the county about solar and that there's projects like this being rolled out?
I just had a conversation about that with a friend that asked me about the solar industry. What's great about America, government is not managing how business is conducted and worked out. Government regulate and government give incentives, but government doesn't manage. And that's why America is great. Because we, the businesses, because there is economic gains, are promoting and investing the money, educating the homeowners that it's good for them.
Okay.
So the government only regulate and give tax credit incentives. That's about it.
Okay.
The rest, the free market economics do.
Okay.
Every time, not every time, most of the times that government try to do something business oriented from A to Z, it's crap.
Okay.
And that's why, I would say, one of the main reasons why the United States is so successful. It's run and operate by businesses.
Yeah.
Yes.
How does it go again? By the people, for the people.
Correct. That's one of the main beliefs. Correct.
Beliefs.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So you're potentially going to speak to somebody that's never heard of it before. So because it's not marketed, it's not like out there, they don't see billboards or posters, no solar's coming. So you're really taking the role of educating before anything, because it's kind of difficult to sell something to somebody who doesn't understand. Yeah. I mean, I remember speaking to a client once and telling her that everything is cloud-based, and she asked, what happens if it rains? She did not understand. So certain things that we think is common knowledge It's not that common. So take it from a place that the person that you speak to probably doesn't know. So you have to make sure that you get that message across. And I mean, the benefits are huge. As soon as you're speaking to somebody who cares about the environment, they're going to listen.
Well, there's a lot of touch points, Cheryl. You know,
Yeah.
like, I mean, you know, fixed interest, 0 money down, the saving over 20 years, the monthly saving.
Fixed.
It's huge. I mean,
Our energy goes up on average 15% per year.
so, and if you're speaking to a homeowner is already in that mindset about saving. Talk to me. I mean, we're monitoring our energy bill all the time. You know, every time there's an increase, Cheryl smiles because there's,
Yeah, it's weird because our other side of our business, we earn more the more people use. So when I do hear that our utility is increasing electricity, I do like a happy dance.
but
So
the
I'm
homeowner,
like a bit conflicted.
and the homeowner goes, oh, now I must give out more money for diesel, for fuel, for electric, for whatever. Whereas a homeowner is already there. Now you need to think about what else can the saving be used. I've got kids, I've got diapers, I can save, I can use the savings for so much more. So that is the psychological hook that we need to get into.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to talk to. Because you immediately go with the customer, but then you start working on the psychological, that type of emotional side of the brain. Yeah.
I had to step out for a bit, so I'm not sure if you touched on this. What happens if I sell my house?
I will never touch
Good question.
And the other thing related to that is, does it increase my property value?
Good questions. First, about the property value. Once you're doing the solar investment, your house value go up 15%.
1.5%. That's huge.
Yes, 15%. It equals that the total investment go on top of your house value immediately. The reason is your house is energy free.
Yes. Well, energy
So there is no
free.
electricity bill. That's first. Second, if you're going to sell your house, you have two options. One, let's say that your house is $300,000. So appreciate that 15%, it's $45,000. With this money, you can pay off the rest of the loan. Option A. Option B, you can transfer the loan to the new buyer. Up to you.
Easy.
Yes. Let's finish about the urgencies. I want to touch about company, material, and rejections. The last urgency, why having a meeting today, okay, after that we try to create these urgencies, it's, look, we have a promotion today, and every time we can invent a different excuse. Let's say last week was Easter, so we have an Easter promotion. I want you to look at the American calendar and see the different days they have, the different holidays they have, and the one that is the closest, say that we have a promotion for Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, Father's Day, Mother's Day, Martin Luther King, Columbus Day. There is enough days to connect the promotions to. Okay? So we have a special promotion for Easter that was over last week, that if you qualify, that if we'll have the meeting in the next 24 hours, you will get first 2 electric months bill on us. Okay? Give them a gift. Tack, money. Something, a small cherry.
But that's if they qualify, not to have the...
That's only if you qualify, correct.
Yes.
If you qualify to the government program, the first 2 months of bill on us.
Yeah.
You will have significant savings from day one. Okay, so if it's bill, it's $200, $250, you get $500. Okay, so we have now 4 urgencies.
Yes. Yeah.
Good.
Well, but like which public holidays they are.
And so
Which ones?
Lidor, I also was seeing in other marketing materials for similar products that a promo could be, if you sit down with us and qualify and have the meeting, we'll give you $100 gift certificate or a Visa card. Is that something we're offering?
Yes, we're gonna offer that.
Well, what is that? Sorry, Chloe.
I would say that $50 will be enough. $50 gift card.
I was saying, another marketing idea, since I'm more of the marketing side here, could be doing a Visa, a gift card worth cash for $50. If you book the meeting today, have the meeting and you qualify, you'll get on the spot $50
No, so if they qualify, $100. Yes.
If they so if they sit down 50, and if they qualify 100, maybe.
Yes. Yes.
That's a really good point. Just for a meeting, and you qualify that they're a homeowner, and they say they have a good credit score, they could lie, whatever. If they just sit down and have this meeting, they'll get $50.
Obligation free, no terms and conditions, nothing. Just sit down for and it's like an hour and a half or something.
Yeah, once the salesman gets in, once the expert gets in the door, sit down and listen to the program, and you'll get $50 for listening, for educating yourself. There you go. 100 if you qualify. How's that?
Just got a question. They mentioned like you get 50.
Good job, Chloe.
So, Mr. Leo, I just got a question. It says $50 for the meeting and $100 if you qualify.
If you qualify to the financing, correct.
So if we're talking to the client, wouldn't we know if the client qualifies before time?
No, you will only know if you qualify once the expert run his social security number, his credit score. Doesn't say social security, his credit score.
That's a good point that he's raising. So when we dial out, so in our CRM, we built the 4 qualifying questions. The 4 qualifying questions are the credit score. You need to show you have the 12 months worth of electric bill with you, and so forth. So then the advisor or the expert still needs to then physically run and verify and check that Clint, who is the customer, really does qualify. So based on his credit scores, you will then qualify for either 50, 60, 70, 80. If I have a great credit score of 850, I could get up to 100,000 Rand. And then you start talking about the federal, the tax rebates of 26% and the 1.49%. But you'll probably mention that in any event.
So my question is basically pre-qualified.
You pre-qualify to get the appointment. Once you get the appointment, just for someone walking on the door, how does $50 sound just to say hi? Oh, and by the way, if you qualify right then and there, we'll make it 100. So it's not 50 plus 100, it's 50 or 100. Yeah. Love it. Thank you. Sounds brilliant. Because there's lots of hooks, there's lots of carrots being dangled just to get someone in by the door. I'll do that. If you're telling me to sit down, you're going to pay me to come and see me? Yeah.
Can you come again?
Come again and again and again, pre-qualify me. Yeah. So yeah, that's brilliant. Cool.
Okay. So that's urgencies, and the gift was a very good point. Let's talk about if they will ask, who are you? Okay. So I want to give you as much information so you can have as much knowledge and to answer the questions as you can see. Who are you? We are Solar Heroes. We're a qualified government contractor that doing business since 2003. We did more than 300 installs for the last year in your area. By the way, we did approximately in their area around the 20 projects. So we're proven. They can go to our website. Chloe, if you can send them the website so they can have it.
Leo, could you just clarify how many projects was that completed?
You can say we did more than 300 projects in the last year.
That's wonderful. All right. Yep. Yep.
We are fully licensed and insured, meaning that we're not pirates. We're fully licensed and insured. Our team, we're not subbing out. Our team work for us, for the company.
No third party. Yeah.
Not a third party.
Yeah. No third party or contractors.
Exactly.
And maybe you just want to explain, they may know us as Hurricane Heroes. The client, the people we're calling were Solar Heroes. But Lidor, maybe just because Clint and Cheryl may have mentioned we're working with Hurricane Heroes, where we did in the beginning, you mentioned it, but we started as a roofing company and now we've moved to solar. We have our own solar specific website I just put in the chat. And even on our roofing original website that we're using, we have a solar like tab on there, but maybe Lidor, you want to just explain, for all intents and purposes, we are Solar Heroes.
Yes.
Okay.
Hurricane is not connected to solar. It's connected to roofing and impact windows. So here in Miami, we're Hurricane Heroes.
No hurricane in these.
Yes, so no Hurricane Heroes. Central Florida, only solar heroes.
So Solar Heroes. So we are Solar Heroes, established in 2003.
Correct. We did more than 300 installs in the last year.
Fully licensed and insured.
Fully licensed and insured.
Third party or contractors.
And I would go positive. All our teams are in-home. Engineering, labor, permit runner.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean that. Yeah, I mean, I think that the customer would hope that the specialist or qualified. So that's good to know. I mean, just as the back of your head. All right. Okay.
Okay. The next part, material and warranties. We are using US-made best material. The factory is in Georgia, not Georgia in the Middle East. Georgia, it's another state here in the US, very close to us, whereas Atlanta is. The factory of the solar manufacturer is in Georgia. This is how we can give you 25 years warranty, labor and material. Meaning that if one of the panels is not functioning, we will replace you that with no extra cost.
Wow. So that is warranty on labor and the material. Warranty.
Correct.
At no extra cost.
Correct.
Wow.
And what happens if you're on my roof and you damage my roof?
Once I finish the job, I give you 15 years warranty on the roof, on the section that I did the solar panels.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. A system will come out and say it's either there or there. Okay.
Okay, so that's for the material side. I am a qualified government contractor that is regulated by the government. I have to go with the highest standards of material, of labor, of professionalism. And I can only give you US made best material. I cannot give you cheap China. because cheap China getting damaged or bad after a year. You think you get a low price at the beginning, but it's going to
Yeah.
cost you a lot more in the middle to the long run. And this is a long-term investment. If you think that you got a good deal in cheap China, after 1 year, it's not functioning, no warranty, and you lost your money.
Yeah.
Okay, that's when we speak. If there is client that already got an estimate, that already know a little bit, we need to talk quality.
Okay, all right. I was going to ask, yeah, so at what point in the conversation would we ever move into the material side of things? But you made a valuable point now, Leo, that will come to the quality. So if someone is educated and well versed,
If it's in the, let me think, I would say you need to smell the client. I'm giving you now all the information so you can smell it. If he knows solar, or he doesn't know the quality, or if it's work.
yes,
Okay, and who are you?
yes, makes sense.
Okay, so these are the answers for this type of problems, of rejections.
Yes,
Okay, so that's on the who are we and what do we provide. We're giving a turnkey service, it's called, from A to Z. We're doing everything in home with excellent customer service and professionalism. Good. So we got the material side set. The panels that we use, you can Google it, but it doesn't matter because we're not selling brand of solar panels. It's not important, but it's called Q-Cell. Okay, just to let you know.
Say that again, please.
Q and then dash cell, C-E-L-L.
Thank you.
Okay. But the main thing here, there is no brand for the solar panels. There is no brand even for Solar Heroes. The brand is the trust that you are building, that you are interesting, professional. We'll talk about connection in a bit. That you're interesting, you're professional, and you're creating connection. And that's lead me to the next point, connection. When we will go over the conversation, it's not a pitch. The moment that you are selling me, you lost. It's a conversation. Okay? For example, if I'm gonna say, hey, Rafael, how are you?
I'm good,
Look.
sir. And you?
Solar, good. Buy now. Or, Rafael, how are you doing today?
I'm good, sir. And you?
I'm very good. How is your family doing these days? Good? For example, I'm not saying, okay? I'm saying that when we're gonna open, it has to be sharp. But then after you develop a little bit of conversation, so we need to interest him about the need, but then I want you to open up the conversation. It doesn't have to go, I want to sell you now, meeting. That's where that I hope over time you will smell where is the conversation going to. I want you to build a little bit of rapport as much as you can over the phone. Okay? Because people will want to have a meeting with you when you had a good connection with them. And creating good connection, it's not 100% solar, it's amazing, let's do it now. There is 10-20% there that Trevor was very nice to me over the phone. I like his accent and he really cared about me and my family. So yeah, let's have a meeting. Okay?
I've been listening to, I've been studying this and some, the openings specifically for outbound calling in this area. And as an American, I don't know, or as a human, I don't know, basically the first two sentences that you say, whatever that is, let them speak. And because it might take a minute for them to hear or understand, let it breathe. I think the biggest mistake, correct me if I'm wrong, is cutting them off in the beginning. That they're gonna say something, they might be engaged, and then you just say, because it was awkward and you didn't answer, and I just wanna save this conversation. No, like, isn't it better if the other person says, hello, are you there? Because then they had time to talk. And I think it's really saves a conversation if you get on a good foot where you let it breathe and no pressure. It's not like you have 100 more calls today. This is the only call you have. It's for them and your time is for them. And let that, give it 1 second extra than you think, because they will say something, right? I hear a lot of cutting off in the beginning, and then no one gets on the same pace, and then it's a catch up to hear, and I'm sorry, and it gets, I think, off to the wrong foot, and that's just timing wise.
Yeah, that's valuable.
Yes.
Thanks, Chloe. We appreciate that. So I think, ultimately, and we know, with salespeople in this room, that rapport is paramount. And listen to understand and identify the need and the hook, and that's where you go. And I think the introduction of us is really critical, because I went through the script today, and as the guide, and that introduction to mention government, to save a lot of money, to say zero money dollar down, to say 1.49, if we can get that as an introduction to who we are and go, how does it sound? How are you doing today, Raphael? Have you got time to speak about this? This is something, it's good, it's too good to miss out on. And it's almost over, and then you start talking about the limited offers that we spoke about, meaning the benefits is reducing or disappearing, and it's only 5%. Oh, and by the way, if you don't take this, Raphael, you're going to be paying for your neighbor's solar. And let's talk about that rebate, and let's talk about the credits and all those wonderful things. So I like that, Chloe. It's powerful. Okay.
Okay. The next point, it's the tone.
The tone.
Tone. Because you're only doing it over the phone, tone is 50% of the message that you are sending. So I can say that there's a once in a lifetime opportunity. If you qualify today with zero money down, we can fully finance the whole solar. And then I'm going to sleep and have a good day. Okay? We have, the tone here is 50% of the message. So I'm sure that Clinton and Cheryl gonna work on that, and we'll be happy to hear the recordings. So we can improve over time, but the tone is crucial. Hey Trevor, how are you? Hey Trevor, how are you? I lost you. Only with the tone. I said the same thing. The tone, I lost you. You don't even want to hear from me. That's why you're doing a job that is high energy, high motivated job. Because every new phone call, you have to bring high energy. Even if you got no, call number 50, you need to come up with high energy again. That's why the job is very energy intense. Because every time you have to be, hey, Raphael, how are you? Okay?
Hey, Clint.
I don't know if you guys know that goldfish, they've got very, I don't know if it's true, but anyway, got very short memories. like a goldfish will swim from one side of the bowl to the other side. And it's like, oh, I've never been here before. And then he turns around and swims to the other side and he's like, oh, I've never been here before. So like you literally have to forget because you're going to have like terrible calls, people who don't want to interact. No, don't take, you must never take anything personally in life as well. Like, just we'll talk about that later. But you know, it's like, it's important to, unless the last call was a freaking awesome call, then take that energy into the call. Like anything that's negative or bad or whatever, cut it off, it's there. You know, there's nothing that you can do about that. But this, I love what Chloe said. Like every call that you are on is the only call that you are on. Chloe, we're going to have to do the whole present moment training and all of that and just live in the present. Because like the past is the past, the future is there someone. All you have is this one call that you are on. So that's like super important. What was I saying?
That's perfect.
Like a
yeah.
goldfish.
Live in the moment,
Like
the
a
goldfish.
goldfish.
Yes.
Clint, I was going to ask you, and Cheryl, in your experience with call centers, there must be a study or something where physical activity before a call will like bring it up. Like, what if they did a jumping jack? Is that like a thing? I feel like I want to just like do a jumping jack.
Yeah. Well,
Every
there are
call,
lots of studies.
Let me show you what's next to us. Just give me 2 seconds. Just a second. Just taking you on a tour of our office. There's our desks and things. Can you see
It's
there? You
huge.
see that
Oh,
we're next to a boxing club.
Oh, I thought that was yours, but yes.
Yeah. So we might just send them to go and box a bit and then
I
we've got
love
the
it.
bag
I love it.
as well.
Smart.
Sorry. This is why Clint doesn't want me in meetings. I'm hugely distracted.
Just a little bit. But it's all relevant. It's all relevant.
funny.
Fantastic.
Okay, let's continue. I have a few more points so we can get the most out of the of our time before we start. So the tone, crucial. I want you to have one melody tone that it sounds very, very nice, not very, very nice. Okay, so the voice go up and down like music, so it will be nice to listen to you. You're gonna use excitement tone. It's gonna be amazing, once in a lifetime opportunity. Or secret tone. Trevor, now there is the solar government program. It's gonna change your life. Secret tone, you don't have to be loud all the time. Secret tone, it's a very powerful one as well.
Yeah.
Or if the client say, how is your day so far? Not so good. Okay, I'm very sorry about it. By the way, there is the solar government program. No, you lost him, dead, done. You killed it. Really? Wow. So I'm very, very sad to hear that. Why, Trevor? It's so bad. My wife, she did me a headache. I say, yes, my wife is not easy sometimes as well. And now let's talk about our wives together. Okay? And let's open it up. We have time for the solar. You won on the wife case or on the headache? Boom. There is a meeting. Okay? Yes. I have a rough days as well. And I hear you. I had that with my wife as well a few times. Okay? And then you can have a conversation from there. Conversation, not solar immediately. Okay, so that's tones, excitement, secret, melody, the voice go up and down, emphasize the important points, zero money down, huh? Zero money down. Okay? Can go fast, can go slow, play. So then the listener will stay with you, interested. Good. So that tone, that converted into energy, and then people want to speak with you. And then the conversation will get longer, more effective, and we can have more meetings. All right? Good. The next point, it's unnecessary words. Rafael, actually, we have a great thing that you may like to hear. What did I say? Nothing. I use many connectors that are meaningless. And then you don't even understand what is the point that I want to say. So try to cut unnecessary words as much as possible. I'm trying to do that, as you see while I was speaking, that every word matter. I try not to use actually. It's like, I think you may have to, okay? Because it has to be concise, to the point. Because the listening time is very limited. That's why in the conversation, I don't want you to talk more than 15 seconds. It's not a lecture, it's a conversation. And when you're having a conversation with a friend, you don't talk and talk and talk and talk and talk when you wanna, when you want to interact with each other. Okay, so not using unnecessary words, it's crucial. Okay? So I would summarize that as speaking loud, slow, and clear. So don't speak like that. I can barely understand what you're saying to me. Okay? Speak in a good tone that go up and down, but with a good tone. Slow. Don't swallow the words because every word count. Whatever you say matter. So emphasize, you don't need to emphasize every word, but every word need to be clear. So the idea will be clear and concise.
Leo, on that point, where are we calling from? So the customer will pick up very clearly that we're not in Miami, Florida, or in the 4 counties.
I didn't understand the question.
Very quickly within the conversation, the customer will pick up based on my accent that I'm not in Florida. Are you very comfortable to say that we're part of the Solar Heroes team in South Africa, or should we?
No, you're not South African. No, you're based in Orlando.
We're Orlando, okay.
Because you're calling from Orlando, yes.
Perfect, got that.
And you have a British accent because you moved to the US.
Perfect.
From South Africa, yes.
Perfect, all right, that sounds good. Thank you.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're very comfortable with that. I mean, I was very blessed to run contact centers around the world, from the Philippines to India to the UK. Yes. And when the customer asks, am I in South Africa? We would say no, we're in the state or a region or area close to them, to avoid difficult conversations. Because then they will get political and say, oh, you're stealing my jobs. And yeah, it just becomes challenging, you know? So we're very comfortable by saying that we're in Orlando.
All right. So you are in Orlando. Google a little bit about Orlando and Disneyland.
Yes, we'll do so.
Good point. Okay, so loud, slow, and clear. You don't need to rush with the words and with what you want to say, because then I'm not listening to you. I don't understand what you want from me. Okay, so loud, slow, and clear. And concise. Okay. The last part, the rejections, and then we will take 3-4 minutes so we can go over the conversation. Okay. The last is the rejections. Let's go over the rejections for the solar. Rejection number 1 Let me think about it. Let me think about it. It's a no. The bad part about let me think about it that we don't even know what is the reason. So you're gonna ask. Of course you need to think about it. First, I want you to be on his side, empathy. Of course you need to think about it. I understand it's a major decision. Please tell me more. What's on your mind? What will make you satisfied to meet our most knowledgeable guy today? Okay? So open him up. Let me think about it. It's just a no without an explanation. We have to understand what is the rejection. Okay? So that's let me think about it. We need to drill down more. If he will say, I need to speak with wife, grandma, doctor, CPA, lawyer, blah, 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 property manager, all that. He's the only decision maker, he and his wife. The rest, it's bullshit. So let's talk about the wife or the husband, okay? The spouse. The rejection to that, as we said, sir, with zero money down, you're gonna save every month. On average, our clients see savings of $80 to $100 a month. That's in the first year. The year after, because of price increase, the savings go up $120, $130, meaning that for the next 20 years, you're gonna save more than $100,000 on your electric bill. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I'm sure that your wife, for this reason, will be very, very happy. And okay, and I can guarantee you that you will be very, very happy. Let's have the meeting today and make your wife happy. Okay? There is no wife. It's him that want to say no to you. Because he will say yes to you and then say, hey, my dear wife, we're gonna have a great opportunity here. What do we have to lose? 1 hour, we're gonna meet with the solar expert. We go from there, right? On the evening, instead of watching Netflix, we're gonna have a nice meeting with the solar expert. Okay? So that's the rejection for the spouse. That is most common one. If it's going to be any other thing, the CPA, the lawyer that understand I need to check about the taxes, sir, the solar expert will give you all the small details and then go back to the urgencies. And then you can qualify for the tax credit, for the financing program. What do you have to lose? Only 1 hour and everything will be there for you so you can make a great decision. Because if they say no for a 1 hour meeting, right? If they said, let me think about it, I need to speak with someone else. Wait, I just gave you 3-4 minutes of information. Of course you need to think about it. Of course you need to have a solar expert that will come to your house and evaluate the whole thing. That will take at least 1 hour. Of course. This is why to have a meeting, that's exactly the solution for I need to think about it. I need to do my research. I need to speak with my wife. Of course you need to speak with your wife. That's why we're gonna have the wife in the meeting. By the way, you're gonna say when we're scheduling a meeting, we need to have all the decision makers, the husband and the wife. If it's gonna be only one of them, it's not a qualified meeting because no one is making decision $50,000 on his house only by himself, without his spouse. Not exist. It's a lie. Okay, so don't buy that. Even if they tell you, I'm the only one that make the decisions, my wife is nothing, it's a lie.
Yeah.
No, honestly saying, we have this macho man, I decide on everything, and then don't worry. We had it in many times.
Yeah.
And then come the price, I need to speak with my wife. But just in the beginning, you lied to me. You told me that you're the macho man. Now you need to speak with your wife. So I'm giving you the end.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the rejections I need to speak. So that I need to speak with someone else. Okay. Of course, this is why we have the solar expert, and we're gonna bring the urgencies back. Okay. Because all these rejections say, you didn't convince me. It's a great deal for me. The answer is no. If you're gonna have someone that told you, I already got an estimate, okay? Now it's the time to ask questions. Okay, amazing. Did you do solar? If it did, okay, lost. But if it said no, okay, what is the reason that you didn't want to move forward? And try to understand the problem and get a solution. Mark these people that you didn't overcome with a good solution to the rejection. So we're gonna do a weekly, this week we will do daily meetings to analyze and to get better. So we can have answers for all the problems. It will never gonna be 100%, but if it's gonna be 90, 95%, so we're doing a good job. Okay, so that's for the estimates. Understand why he got an estimate, but he didn't want to move forward. Maybe you'll manage to convince him. Okay.
Would that be an estimate from a competitor or from
Yes.
solar?
For your question, so the reason why we're concentrating in Central Florida market, that there is a lot of competition here. It's not zero, I wish. The good thing that the market is relatively educated now, which this is what we don't have in South Florida. The market is not educated, highly skeptical,
Yeah.
and it's very hard to overcome that. While over there is many more solar panels, meaning more competition, but on the other hand, more awareness. It's easier to have a meeting.
Understandable. Okay.
Okay. If we will say, it's too expensive, I don't want to have another expense. Okay, that's price. Sir, of course. I don't have $40,000 laying in my bank account as well, waiting for my next solar investment. But with the solar government program, you don't have to put any money down. Every month, you will save $50 to $100 on your bill. It's money that you already spend. It's not a new bill. Some of the people, this concept of changing payments, it's difficult for them. They think it's another bill. No, sir. For you to know, mortgage on the house is the single biggest payment for a household here in America. The second one is the car. And the third one is utilities alongside with food. So it's a major expense in every household here. So we are lowering down a necessary expense by $50 to $100. And that's the magic. Money that you already spend will go towards the investment, and you will end up with a net savings of $50 to $100 a month. It's amazing. Let's have a meeting. Okay? So we have the rejections of the estimates. We have the rejections of the prices, that it's high, the investment, the expense, it's another expense. Convert the word expense, cost, into investment, into positive cash flow. It's not consumption, sir. You're not buying a new car, sofa, a new TV. These stuff are just an expense. You are investing this money to generate positive cash flow. It's not an expense. It's not an extra cost. It's not a new bill.
That's super important. Mucho importante.
Exactamento.
Raphael was speaking of English now.
Yeah, it's a bit of button, but it's good.
Cool.
Okay. And every time they're doing a rejection, let's say, no, but it's another bill. Said, no, I think that you didn't understand. No. So never attack them back. Okay? Even if they say the most stupid answer that they have no clue, said, I totally understand, sir. If I were you, I would probably think the same, that it's another expense. You're right. But what's amazing here, that we are minimizing the electric bill to zero. And that's what covered the solar government loan. Every month you're gonna save $100. It's amazing. Let's have a meeting today and take advantage of that. Okay? Never reject, never fight, never have a conflict. Always, you're right. You 100%. I understand. If I were you, I would think the same. Okay, and then flip. Nobody want to do business with someone that argued with him and was right and showed him that he was wrong.
Absolutely. Leo,
In a debate between politicians, yes. But when you want to do business with someone else, no. Okay, we have everybody back.
Good to go.
Okay. Any questions on our first session?
Gentlemen? Yeah, we actually had a bit of a debate around the financial side of things, and other than that, no, we're good to go. I think what will help us is that we use the time that we have with each other tomorrow and the next day just to look at that objection angle and the rebuttals around how good the finances are. But other than that, good so far.
So ask me about the finance or about the rejections, or you want to move forward?
No, I think we can go forward.
Okay. So let's go with the conversation, not a pitch. It's not set in stone. And don't read it like a robot when you're speaking with a homeowner. It's a disaster. Remember that, and I can tell you, me and Chloe, we get many phone calls that it sounds like a pitch. No matter what I'm saying to them, they continue with the pitch like robots. And it's a complete disaster. Okay, then I'm saying, how is the day going? It's terrible. Oh, okay, I'm sorry to hear that. I wanted to tell you about our new credit card. My friend, I just told you my day is terrible. And you don't even emphasize, you don't, so bye-bye. Okay, for example. Okay, or we have a solar government program. Oh, I'm very busy. No, but let's have a meeting. So we have to, so it's a conversation like with a friend. Okay, it's not, okay, he said that, never mind. I will continue with what's written here in the script. Okay, it's the single worst mistake we can do, okay? We have to interact, we have to understand his problem, his rejection. Take few seconds to analyze what is the best answer, okay? This is a guideline. This is not the Bible that you read, that you go to the church and you just read it because we are reading now, we are praying now. No, this is a guideline for a conversation. Okay? Don't memorize it. Understand the logics. If you understand, you know how the conversation will flow smoother and not sound like a robot. Okay, so you said that. Wait, page number 2, this rejection. No. Okay? You told me you need to think about it. Let's see, what is the, let me think about it in the script. Paragraph number 12. No, disaster. Okay? You need to speak with your wife, excuse, where is this? Okay. So it's a conversation, not a pitch. We think, we get the answer and we think before we continue. Okay, so once you understand it's not a pitch, it's not a script, it's a guideline. So let's go from there. I will do it one time. And Trevor, I want you to be not nice to me. What's very important that I want you to do, especially in the first week, it's to do demos with each other before. I want you to be tough and hard with each other. I want you to be the most annoying homeowner you can ever think of to each other when you're doing demos. Okay? We say in the military, it's hard on the training, easy on the battle. Easy in the battle, okay? So I want you to be hard on the trainings to each other. Okay, so I will do it one time, okay? And Trevor, be hard on me. Don't be nice because I'm the one, okay? Be nice. Sorry, be hard, don't be nice with me. Good.
Be nice one.
Hello. Good morning between noon to you. Am I speaking with Trevor?
Speaking. Who's this?
Happy to hear you. My name is Leo and I'm with Solar Heroes. We are one of the largest solar company in your area. How is your day so far?
My day's fine now, but I've never heard of you guys. Who are you? Where are you coming from?
Great question. We are a qualified government contractor. You see, I'm not reading the script. We had a rejection. Who are you? What? It's a rejection. We are qualified government contractors. We did more than 300 solar projects in your neighborhood in the last year, and we're qualifying homeowners to the solar government program. How is that sound? Sorry, now I need to do it again. And we're qualifying homeowners to the solar government program, so you can save a lot of money on your electricity bill. How is that sound?
Sounds good. Sounds good. I'm listening.
Okay, you see what I did? He gave me a rejection. Who are you? So I don't continue. I'm reaching out because you are the solar government program. No. I listened to the rejection and then, who am I? It's a trust issue. I will tell him, who am I? Right? I'm not going to continue with the script. No, Good. Okay, so I'm a qualified government contractor. We did more than 300 projects only in the last year in your area of solar panels to your neighbors. So we can save for you as well a lot of money on your electricity bill. How is that sound? And then Trevor said, it sounds interesting. All the time, the client gonna meet you in a low energy position. No matter what, if you're gonna tell him you won $1 million in the lottery. Okay. That's the energy that they're gonna meet you. So he's gonna say, interesting, amazing, boom, lift the energy up. Amazing. Even if there is no amazing here on the script, we want to lift up the energy. Amazing, Trevor. I can tell you, if you qualify to the solar government program, you will save a lot of money. Sounds great, huh?
It sounds good, but what are you trying to sell me, Leo?
Oh, no, I'm not trying to sell you anything. So I'm not trying to selling you anything. You were on the county database of pre-qualified homeowners that can qualify to the solar government program. And we have an energy expert that can help you with that. So you and your wife will be very, very happy. It's going to be the same, it will be the same great investment like the moment that you bought your house. Sounds great?
Yes, sounds great, but I'm still sure. Where did you guys get all of my information?
Okay. So as a qualified government contractor, we having partnership with your county, Lake. Lake gave us your name and phone number.
Who gave them that?
Lake
permission?
County, that you get all the
Yeah.
services for
Yeah.
the school and the library. Yes. So you were on the list of pre-qualified homeowners that can have solar panels because Lake County tried to promote the solar panels energy because it's a green renewable energy. We want to shift all of America to independent green energy on your house. You know that in the next 5 years, when you're gonna have an affordable electric car, no more gas stations. Everything will be at your house. It's gonna be amazing. It will change your life. How does that sound?
It sounds good.
Great. Look, let me check something on the calendar. I have our most knowledgeable guy in your area that can see you and your wife today at 5 p.m. or he has another time slot. Let me check. Tomorrow 10 a.m. Which one is better for you?
Before I commit to any time and date, what am I going to say for now? How much am I going to say?
Okay, great. So as you know, when you're doing solar investment, it's major investment on your house. So we, as a qualified government contractor, we can qualify you to the solar finance program. With zero money down, we fully finance the whole investment. Meaning that how much is your bill right now on average?
It's about $180 per month.
Probably no matter how much is his bill, if it's higher than 100, give him pain. Oh wow, $150 a month. That's quite high, no?
It is higher.
It is high. Good. It's not good. I'm telling you, good. Meaning that I gave him pain. Yes, I know it is quite high. Me and my wife, we're having a high expenses as well, and we're trying to find where we can, get better. Meaning that I want to be on his place. So we are trying to see how we can get better as well with our budget. You know, it's not easy nowadays, especially in Corona. Everything is going up.
When you pay the bills alone, your wife doesn't earn a cent, huh?
Yes. So, wait, I'm trying to teach you while I'm doing the script, not the script, the conversation. So I can tell you. So, back to the monthly payment. So you're paying $150 a month. Wow, that's quite high. But I can tell you what's great, that if you qualify to the solar finance program with zero money down, we fully finance the whole investment, and your fixed monthly payment back to the loan will be approximately $100 to $120 max. You will save on average $50 every month with no money down. And as you know, every year price of the electricity going up 10%, meaning that the next year it's not going to be 150, it's going to be 170, and you'll save much more money over time. From what we see on our many installs, our clients save more than $100,000 for the next 20 years. Sounds great, huh?
Sounds great, yeah, sounds great. But I'm just a little bit baffled here, because you said if I qualified, but in the beginning of the conversation, you said I'm qualified from the database.
So I said that you're pre-qualified.
Okay.
Pre-qualified. Good. That's a good point. You are pre-qualified.
Okay.
But now only the solar expert, when he's going to be at your house, will try to make you qualify.
Okay.
Okay? So here in America, there is pre-qualified and fully qualified. Okay. So you got pre-qualified, but we must have a meeting. We want to see that your house is eligible, that you are fully eligible. And only the solar expert, after he's doing an energy advisor tour, can give you the right solution and see that you are fully qualified to the government program. So let's take advantage of it today. I'm not asking you again if it's great. Let's take advantage of it today. Let's meet. Let's meet today at 5 p.m.
Today, 5 p.m. Unfortunately not. I won't be able to do that.
Okay. Let me check something in the calendar because the expert is very busy. We have so many homeowners that are waiting for us on the line, and I want to give you the best expert that we have on the team. Great. We can do tomorrow 10 a.m. Believe me, you're going to be very, very happy, Trevor.
10 a.m. Can we make that a little bit later at 5?
Let me check. It's a scratch. Let me check. I'm gonna text the expert. Creating scarcity. Okay. Let me check with the expert. Perfect. You got it. 5 p.m. tomorrow. I'm very excited for you. Okay.
Thank you so much.
And then
any,
after we managed to get a meeting, then let's scroll it down. Rejections. Okay. Up, a little bit up. Good. Great. So we're having a meeting and it's going to be tomorrow. Before we finish, Trevor, I have a few questions that I would like to ask you, okay? First, you are the only homeowner or you have a spouse with you?
I'm the sole owner.
You're the sole owner. Great. Perfect. If he's saying I'm the sole owner, believe him, okay? Believe him and we continue. But if you say I have my wife, said, great. As part of the government rules, both of the homeowners need to be in the house. It's very, very important. Only this way we can check the qualification to the government program. Okay, so you and your wife, tomorrow 5 p.m. Great. You told me that your bill is approximately $150. Is that correct?
$180.
$80. Okay, so we'll have to fit a bigger system that will fit your needs. Okay.
You were way too easy.
I'm
That
just
was
waiting.
hard.
No, but you must just continue now because I want
Yeah, let's
to tell
finish.
him that
Last question, Trevor.
Yeah.
What is your credit score?
It's about 700 plus.
Okay, excellent. Great job. Perfect. And I see that your full name is Trevor Smith, and you live in 123 Washington Street, right? In Orlando, correct?
That's correct, Leo.
Excellent. Excellent. By the way, very, very important, make sure you have at least 60 to 90 minutes for the meeting because the expert need to inspect your house, check that everything is good and ready for the solar installation and for the government program. So don't forget to bring the last 12 months bill to the meeting so we can see what is the average monthly payment and fit the best system for your needs. Okay?
That's going to be a problem because I'm a new homeowner. This is now my 3rd month in this house. So that's going to be an issue.
Okay, that's not an issue at all. We'll take the 2 months that you have. Now we're in the winter. We know the average energy of your neighbors because we did many installs. So we can estimate what's going to be your summer bill. based on the square footage and the 2-3 months bill that you had since you entered the house. That shouldn't be a problem, okay?
Okay.
Excellent.
See you
Trevor,
then.
what? Say again?
See you then.
Yes, it was very nice to meet you. I had a great time with you, and believe me, you will be very, very happy.
Thank you, Leo.
We're having a great
Okay.
time with me. That was good.
Wait, let me finish. Okay? So have a wonderful day. God bless you and your family, and be safe in the corona, okay?
You're welcome. Same to you, Leo. Likewise there to you and your wife and family. Hey?
All right.
That's a great ending. I like that.
Enjoy.
Leo, I have a couple of questions. If the customer is not available and is really genuine and is really interested, are weekend appointments on offer, Saturdays and Sundays?
Yes.
Are there limitations with regards to how late an appointment can be made?
6 p.m. will be the latest.
6 p.m. is the latest.
I will tell you why, because if it's going to be 8, they will be so exhausted. The last thing that they want is 1 hour wait about solar investment.
All right. And when both spouses are present, are both credit scores taken?
Only one.
Only one.
I would
The
say more
best
than
one.
that. Even if both of them, the credit score is not good, we can bring a co-signer, sister, brother, uncle, that can co-sign on their loan as well.
So if we're at home and Shirley and I are married, we've got below 600, but Rafael, our son, is working and his credit score is good and he's interested, you will be the...
Yes, so please bring to the meeting the personal details of your son to check the qualification approval.
You guys got that?
When I'm saying the details, date of birth, social security.
Okay. And who will be the responsible for that now? Is it the homeowner that's responsible for
The
the loan?
homeowner will be responsible for the payments.
Okay. All right. The other question is, everything works out beautiful. We discussed this last week on Friday. So credit score is great. We qualified now, but based on the assessment by the specialist and the advisor, they live in a valley or there's just too many trees.
Unless they live inside the wood, okay, inside the forest, we can trim. That's a very good question. We can trim some of the branches and the trees to reduce the shade, and that can be part of the project.
And that would be part of the cost, the setup cost, not on customer, part of Solar Heroes expense.
Correct. We on the back end, we will include that in the price, but that's part of the solar project. Yes.
Okay, so weekends are yes. Both credit score no, and it's only one, and trees can be removed. All right, that's great.
Okay, we had a client that played with us, I would say in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, I have trees. I want to take it off. I'm not sure. So if you have I have many trees, we have to check is open to cut the branches. So we must have sun on the roof. If there is shade, it's approximately cut by half the efficiency of the solar panels. Then it's not making sense.
All right.
I would say one more thing. If they said, I want you to put it on my patio, I rather not do that because, to build a new patio and then solar panels, we're not in the full construction project. We're just putting the panels either on the roof. They will ask, can I put it on the ground? It's called ground mounting. We can do that, but it's not making a lot of economic sense. It's increased the price approximately 25-30%, and it's ruined the return on investment of the project. So yes, we can do ground mounting, It's not economic.
All right. Perfect. Gentlemen, questions on that? All right, everyone's good?
Few things that I did, okay? Did you see that I speak loud, slow, and clear?
Yes?
Did you see that I had a high positive energy?
Yeah.
Yes. I was trying to engage, explain. You can feel my energy that you'll be very happy. That God bless you, that I like you, Trevor, right? Yes. This energy is very important. 50% of get a meeting, it's energy, it's the tone.
Yeah.
Okay, and you see, once you have a rejection, that you tell me, where you got my phone number? Okay, and you did it twice. It's okay, everything is good. And I spoke very nice, calmly, positive, even that he attacked me twice on the same point.
Yeah. 100%. I think what we'll do tomorrow is a lot of role playing, because I think that the understanding of the product is there. I mean, we get the benefits of the product. We understand the financial return of investment. We understand the installation process, the booking process. But the objective handling and the rebuttals to support that is paramount, because it's specific to the product. And once we intimately know the product and how to work around those potential objections, it makes the conversation smoother or better. Yeah, I would never say easier, because you never know what to experience. Yeah.
Just to add on something that the demographic, you maybe explain maybe a little bit more the income demographic or what kind of people.
All right, I think it's a great question. So Trevor has a good question around customer demographics or LSM living standard measures for the customers. So who will we be speaking to? Is it middle to upper, middle class? Do we have an idea?
Yes. Surprisingly, the rich people don't get solar, because to save $1,000 a year, it's not a big deal. It's more of a headache for them. The low to the middle income, to save $1,000 a year, it's a big deal.